Hey everyone, welcome back to monthly planning for the last month of the year. I can't believe it's almost time to set up for 2021. I'm already getting lots of ideas for my 2021 setup and I'll share it next week. If you're thinking of getting an Archer and Olive journal or anything from their website for the new year, then please use my code Raksha10, which will give you a 10% discount and also help me out a little bit too. If you watched my video in September about moving into my second notebook for 2020, you'll know that I was weighing up whether I should move my annual trackers into the new journal. I thought I'd try seeing what it's like to keep them in the first journal, because I like to have the annual overview for my mood and wellness and my monthly memories. So when I sit down to plan for the month, I start off with my first bullet journal for 2020 for the annual trackers and move on to the second where I fill out my monthly spreads. Here we have my annual mood and wellness trackers. Wow, no exercise or wellness activities in November at all. That's the only month in the year that I've actually done no exercise. Seeing it like this just makes me think I definitely don't want that for December, so at this point I think I need to make it one of my goals or set up a habit tracker for December. I don't do habit trackers that often, but I do when I feel I really need to, so it makes them a bit more effective for me. Otherwise, if I did them monthly, I would just fall into the habit of ignoring them. I have a couple of books to add to my book tracker. I indulged in some young adult thrillers, which are always good for keeping you engaged. Looks like I've now met my annual reading goal as well. With a month to go, I'll see how much I can exceed it by. I have some Christmas films to add to my film tracker. I decided to have a few on Netflix in the background while filming my December plan with me, which is why I felt so festive during that video. On to the monthly moments for November. This is where I capture any memories, moments or milestones, big or small. I glance through my dailies for November for reminders, or sometimes I jot them down in an app while I'm on the go. Which reminds me, I was thinking of doing a video on how I use my bullet journal and my tech for productivity. Would you be interested in seeing something like that? I use apps for certain things and my bullet journal for others, so I thought it might be useful to explain my whole system. Let me know in the comments if you'd be interested. So now I'm going into my December setup. I don't think I can get sick of this theme, which is why I like to keep them as simple as possible because I want to be able to enjoy using them throughout the month without getting tired of them. In my monthly log, I'm jotting down some key dates. My goals for December. I'm quite happy with my progress on goals this year, so I don't want to work intensely on anything, but I do want to remind myself to do more of my wellness activities. So I'm going to say I want to do Ashtanga yoga every week because I have been missing that, and by doing that I expect I'll do a few more yoga sessions in the week around it, but I'm not going to be too vigorous with setting the goal. I want it to be more of a pull goal rather than a push goal, which I'll talk a bit more about in my blog in a couple of weeks' time when we're goal setting. Here's my simple things list for December, a nice reminder of some of the simple pleasures to enjoy this month. My gratitude log I'll start updating on the 1st. I'm filming this a bit earlier so I can share it with you. Now it's time for some fun with my mood board. I went for wintry, cosy vibes, which I have been doing for the last couple of months, but lots of Christmas vibes as well in this one, with Christmas lights, a Christmas tree from outside, some candles, a hot chocolate, reading a book by a fireplace. I don't have a fireplace, but I love reading my books by the tree. And I really liked this image of a child putting a decoration on a big Christmas tree because it just reminded me of my 2-year-old. I have a could-do list for December because I just wanted a list of things we can do this month. With school holidays and Christmas festivities, there's just so much fun to be had. I like the idea of a could-do list sometimes rather than a to-do list, because I'm not saying I have to do these things, but I can do any of these things whenever I feel like it, since they're all for enjoyment. It's almost an extension of the simple things list, just lots of little things that we love doing at this time of year that make it feel festive and wintry and cosy. Like making a mulled gin, going on a Boxing Day walk, reading a book before everyone wakes up sitting by the Christmas tree, roasting chestnuts so the house smells of Christmas and winter, making some paper snowflakes, sipping on hot chocolate, that kind of thing. My weekly spread starts on Monday the 30th, so I'll write up my daily to-dos on Monday morning. But I do already have an idea of some of my goals and my tasks, so I'll jot those down on the left-hand side of the page. I've really enjoyed having goals and tasks on my weekly spreads because it just helps me stay focused for the week. Even if it's just tiny things that I write down as goals. So there's my planning for the month. There'll probably be some more throughout the month dotted around, which I can probably share in my Vlogmas videos. Really hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.